Greetings everyone, welcome to another lesson of prepositional collocation. Here we're going to examine the use of by. So this is by me, Abhinav, and let's begin. This is about me, I'm Abhinav, pursuing English honors from University of Delhi, a football lover, a poet and a traveler. Please don't forget the 3 R's and 1 S, that is do, rate, review, recommend and share my videos. And if you want to say anything, do leave your comment in the section below. I am awaiting all your responses. So let's begin. Let's understand the use of by watching this video. So the first use, of course, is there. So by watching this video, we are going to learn the use of by. So the first use that is there of by is to denote proximity, by your side, by the side of the road. So proximity basically means closeness. So how much something is proxime, if that is a word. So I don't think that is a word. So how much something is closer to something. So that is basically what it means. Another thing, passive voice, which is not used that much. So we avoid using passive voice until unless we get the question in exam of turning active to passive. So in that case, by is used. By is also used to denote particular action. So if a particular action is performed by somebody in particular, then by is used. Also it is used to denote means or method. I mean by which method or by what means. So all that questions that are being asked are being asked by the use of this preposition by. So let's see the example of proximity. Can I sit by you? I mean, I told you the closeness. So can I sit close to you? So, and not saying that directly, can I sit close to you? Because that may invite trouble. So you say it by saying, can I sit by you? So this, this seems a bit more polite, a bit more courteous, and this makes your chances of hearing a yes from the other side more. So using this actually becomes a more polite gesture. Jokes apart, we are doing a serious work here. So can I sit by you is the first example. He was standing by me. So again, an example where there is proximity that is shown by use of by. The third example, the post office is by the bank. So again, the same thing. And the last example clearly hints at the fact that this use of by is not restricted to human beings. It can be used with any inanimate object as well as animate objects. Moving on. Example of passive voice. The microwave was fixed by the mechanic. So instead of saying that the mechanic fixed the microwave, we are saying it in passive voice that the microwave was fixed by the mechanic. So whenever we use passive voice, we usually tend to use by in order to make sure that the sentence that is being spoken is spoken in passive voice. The second example, flowers were delivered by a postman. So this may appear a kind of weird example, a postman delivering flower, but nevertheless it is actually helping you to understand the use of by. So the flowers were delivered by a postman. The branch office was closed by the head office. So the head office closing the branch office is another example of passive voice and thus the use of by. Moving on, example of particular action. So these particular action usually are preceded by a something which can be an outcome of it. I mean, you can see that from the example. You can pass the exam by preparing for it. So actually passing of the exam becomes an outcome of the preparation that you're going to do. So by actually enforces that particular thing which you must do in order to achieve something. So the use of by is here in that way. I expressed my feeling towards her by writing a letter. So what was the means, the particular action that you undertook in order to express your feeling? That was writing a letter. So by actually connects these two things. She finally broke the record by pure effort. So this is a great example for doing anything and everything. By effort, we can break any record, and this is certainly the best example which I have come across of by, and it's really inspiring too. So let's move on. Example of means or method. Please send this package to Russia by airmail. So this means that is going to be used is airmail. Thus the purpose of by is here to mention the means by which the letter is going to reach Russia. The next example, I came here by subway. So again, means of transport that you used in order to come here is being related by using this preposition by. He goes to school by rickshaw. So here also the same example. Let's move on. So here we have Boffin's book of Brilliance. Let's see what Boffin has for us today. When by is used with a normal personal pronoun, it means in an easy to reach place or handy. But when by is used with a reflexive self pronoun, the meaning is alone or without help. So let's see what Boffin is trying to say here. Boffin gives us example that did Simon fix her car by herself? So we can see that here by is being used in order to convey this meaning that this fixing of car was done by Simone herself without any help or without any exterior agency. So she did it all by herself. No, thank you, I can do this by myself. So again, by is being used here in order to make sure that this message that I am self-sufficient for it is conveyed. So that was it from Boffin. Let's move on. This is the song of preposition. So let's begin the song. By all means possible, we try to succeed. We by our sweat and blood nurture that seed of our success that we all need. So this song actually uses by in two places, here and here. So it kind of gives you the appropriate use of by and how we can use by, and it also conveys a very important meaning, a very important lesson, that the success is something we all need, and we have to give our sweat and blood to it so that the seed of success that is planted inside can actually nurture. So this is the lesson that the poem tries to give, and I hope by this lesson you can actually get an inspiration, a motivation. And with that note, let's move on to this area where your motivation, your inspiration will actually come into play. So write whatever you want to write and leave that as a comment in the section below. I would love to hear from all of you, and I'd like to see how you use by, and by using it, how you create sentences, prose, poetry, anything that you want to write. And with, on that note, I leave you, and I expect you to write something using by and mastering the use of it. The more you practice, the more you will get to use it fluently and flawlessly. So that's it for this lesson. Thank you and have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.